Hello and good morning, everyone, from yet another cold morning from Toronto. We've woken up to a very heavy snowfall, and there's a lot of work to be done in the driveways to allow us to go outside. I was not able to fetch my cup of coffee today because there is piles and piles of snow outside. But that's how the life here in Canada is. So thank you very much for joining us today. Today's broadcast is directed towards explaining the procedure incidental to booking the one-on-one consultation with us in Dubai. And after Dubai, we'll be heading to Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad. So we'll try to answer some of the questions as well. But since we are coming down in your town, we'll be able to meet in person as well. So that's how it's going to be. We'll be discussing updates in various visa categories. For skilled workers, we know that we are expecting category-based criteria that Government of Canada still is working on. They're taking, just let me check if you all are hearing me clearly. I hope so. So Government of Canada is still working on the category-based selection for skilled workers, where they'll be able to create occupations in demand, and they may be able to select people based on their occupation, their skills, their languages, abilities. So Bill C-19 is the law that they have passed in recent times, and we are expecting its implementation very, very soon. So that is for skilled workers. For businessmen and senior managers, we'll be discussing the criteria surrounding the startup visa and the international mobility program, which allows businessmen and senior managers to come to Canada on temporary basis. So we'll be happy to discuss those options as well, and any other option that is suitable according to your needs. So what can you expect if you meet with our Toronto team? We can discuss with you in a personalized consultation detailed information on the immigration processes and other options. We can answer to all your immigration related questions, and obviously expert advice can be given on the best course of action for your unique situation. And obviously, we will be happy to provide ongoing support throughout the immigration process. So let's see who has joined us today. Further to this consultations that we are arranging, we will be available at the first collection at Jumeirah Village Circle. So those who are residing in Dubai would be aware, would know. It is in Jumeirah, Jumeirah Village Circle to be exact, and very conveniently accessible throughout Dubai. So you'll be able to come, and in Karachi, it would be at our Karachi office. We are located at Kashif Center. It's a building which is next to Hotel Maran, and we are on the 7th floor. We are in this office for the last several years. Suite number is 706. In Lahore, we'll be at PC Lahore, and in Islamabad, we will be at Marriott Islamabad. So I'm going to show you the link that you can follow to see the schedule in detail. It's amirismail.com/events. So you can follow this URL and choose an available slot in one of your cities. If you cannot make it to one of our venues, you can meet with us online too. But the procedure is very simple. If you are contacting us for the first time, you should actually complete our free assessment form as a first step to allow us to determine your eligibility rather than booking the consultation directly. because it may end up you losing your time and money unnecessarily if you're told that you don't qualify, if you're found to be ineligible. So maybe it's a good idea that you go through the free assessment as a first step. And if you are found eligible, then you can decide whether you should meet with us or not. So that is important. If you are someone who has already been assessed by our team in past and you know that you qualify, and if you still want to meet with us, then you can follow this link and book your consultation. All right. So it will make a lot of sense for you to first determine your eligibility and then consider moving forward. All right. Okay. So let's see who is with us today. All right. We have Oshan Bajwa joining us. Thank you from YouTube. Thank you for joining us today. Surar Khan has joined us. Doing really good, Oshan. It's just a little cold here, but it's okay. Fahad is asking, do you support offshore requests from countries like Yemen? Yeah, we deal with clients all over the world. So if you are coming from Yemen, get in touch with us. DK Bajwa, thank you for joining us. Sadia Hashmi, thank you. Abdul Jabbar is with us today as well. Sadia saying she's really looking for our guidance. Thank you, Sadia, for your confidence in us. I would recommend that if you have not completed our assessment form, to complete it. And one of our team members is going to get in touch with you to discuss your eligibility. Falak has joined us. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Faisal is saying, Salam, sir, what are the prospects of telecom engineer and HEC professionals for Canada? If you can input something on this. I think there are good prospects. It will depend if you are meeting the selection criteria, because if you're asking about the job prospects, you can do a little bit of your own research. There is a website, Working in Canada. You can log into that website and see the outlook of your profession. But if you're talking about immigration, then obviously there's a selection criteria in place. And if you're meeting that selection criteria, if you have sufficient points, and you know that for skilled workers and professionals, the criteria is depending on your age and educational qualification, work experience, language skills. So you can either log on to the Canadian government's website, cic.gc.ca. They have an assessment system available, a points calculator for ranking score as well. Or if you wish to get in touch with our team, we'll be happy to make an assessment free of cost. You can complete our assessment form on our website, amirismail.com, and we'll be happy to assist, okay? Sadi is saying that she is a simple graduate, but experienced professional in administration. So education is one of the factors, but there are other factors that come into play as well. Age being one of the factors. Then we have work experience, occupational qualification, like, if you have any professional qualification, if you're married, the skills and educational qualification and language skills of the spouse is also taken into account. And if you have any relatives residing in Canada, those would play a role in your assessment. So complete the assessment form and we'll be happy to assist. Deepak, thank you for confirming, Deepak. The audio is clear, right? Okay. Mir Bas Khan is asking, he has a question about visitor visa. There is no travel history and for the last 10 years, and can I apply for work permit? Please answer. So thank you for the question, but unfortunately we don't arrange jobs, and to apply for work permit, you need to have a job offer approved by the Labor Department here, and we don't arrange jobs. Arranging jobs and charging money against it is illegal. I know that there are a number of agents who charge money against jobs, arrangement of jobs. So we don't do that because it's not allowed. And I think you should also not deal with anyone who is charging you any money. Okay. Nadeem, thank you for joining. Abid, thank you. Deepak is asking, do we have any office in India? Actually, we don't authorize anyone overseas to counsel our clients on legal immigration matters because there's a lot of risk. We are able to deal with all our clients directly from Toronto. And it is for your own safety as well, because when you deal with non-Canadian unlicensed agents or staff members in your home country, you run the risk of being given advice that may not be reliable. Okay. Adil is saying that his wife is industrial pharmacist with 8 years experience, and he's from Karachi. So Adil, as I advised earlier, you can complete our assessment form and we can advise you about your eligibility. If you are found eligible, we can meet in Karachi as well, because we are heading to Karachi after Dubai, or we can arrange an online session if you miss us in Karachi. So we can do an online, but let's figure out where does she stand. I understand she is a pharmacist and has good experience, but we need to see what is her age, what are other factors, as we discussed earlier today. So we would take into account even your own qualification as well, and we'll see where does she stand, and then we can meet. So just head on to our website amirismail.com and complete our assessment form. Okay. Asif Rajput is asking that he is an engineer in electrical technology and he wants guidance. So again, two options. You have the option of making a self-assessment at the official Canadian government website, cic.gc.ca, or you can complete our free assessment form, amirismail.com, and we can make an assessment for you. Okay. Okay. Huma, thank you for joining us today. Omar Javed is also with us. Israr Khan, thank you. Okay, Huma Sarah Sayed is asking which province and city you are located. So we are located in the province of Ontario and in the city of Toronto. All right. Let's see. Ahmad, interested Egyptian in Oman. Yeah, please get in touch. Just to remind you that we don't arrange jobs. If you're asking for immigration, just complete our assessment form and we'll be happy to assist you. Srar, yes, thank you very much, Srar. Hope you're doing well. Huma is saying that she missed the part regarding assessment. How do I get in touch for that? So it's very simple. To do assessment, you can log on to our website, amirismail.com, and follow the link for free assessment. Complete the assessment form, and our team is going to get back to you in 2 business days to discuss your eligibility. Okay? All right. Huma is saying that she will be visiting Canada soon and will visit for our office too. Yeah, you're very welcome to visit our office. It is located on 100 King Street, West, Toronto. It's the intersection of King and Bay Street. So you can do that. Make sure that you make the appointment before coming over. And there is a book a consultation link on our website. You can do that. Okay, let's see. Engineer Saeed Muhammad Afridi, thank you very much for the appreciation. Okay. Jamila Fatma is asking if your band score is below 6, are you ineligible to apply for express entry? That is correct. One of the minimum requirements is to score at least 6 bands in IELTS in each component. So if even if you have 7 8 bands in say 3 of the components, and one of the component you scored say 5.5, you are still ineligible. So it has to be at least 6 in each component. Okay. Homa is saying, if she already has a doctorate from UK, is it advisable to go the study route for speedier immigration, as I'm already 38 years old? So I understand you might be uh, scoring lesser than what is the current threshold in the federal program, but you might want to look into the possibility of the PNP options, the provincial nomination options. So look into those. It may be feasible for someone to go for further studies even if they have a doctorate, but it all comes down to the visa officer's point of view. What the officer is going to be thinking when you already have a doctorate. Why do you wish to do another qualification of the same level? So if you're able to convince the officer, should not be a problem. Okay. Let's see if we could acknowledge a few more people. Mr. Naud is joining us. Where are you joining us from? I think this is the first time that we are seeing you in our live. Noman Asif is saying that he's working in the UAE for the last 9 years, and can he apply for visitor visa? Yeah, you can apply for visitor visa. All you need to do is to convince the visa officer that you have sufficient ties with your home country and you're going to go back after completing your trip. Okay. Okay. Mohammed is saying, are you willing to come to Qatar? Yes, I am actually thinking about it. Thanks for the suggestion. We will be visiting Doha sometimes in future. We have not planned it as yet, but it is in our itinerary. Um, I mean, we will be actually in the vicinity in the UAE and Pakistan for about a month or so. So hopefully, if we find some time, we'll be able to visit Saudi and Qatar. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if I can take. Sayyid Muhammad Afridi is asking, I have my own business. Can I go for skilled workers program? I have post graduation. So if you are operating your own business, you may be able to qualify as a skilled worker if you also are meeting the requirements for a skilled worker. For example, you have post graduation, you are not losing points in significant points in the age factor. You have working experience, albeit working in your own business. The only challenge is to prove your work experience, because if you produce a CV or write a letter to yourself, it is not a legal evidence that, I mean, it is an evidence, but it is not acceptable because you're writing something in your own favor. If the business has other partners or directors who could vouch for your work experience and could indicate what kind of job duties you're performing, it may happen. We have done several of these kind of cases where the applicant was a business person, but he qualified as a skilled worker because they were able to prove their work experience. And it can go other way around as well. Abedilon said 57th floor PI Tower is complete. Address. Are you talking about the meeting place in Dubai? Or I don't know. I didn't get it. But if you're asking about the meeting place in Dubai, it is a hotel where we are going to be staying, and we'll be arranging the consultation, one of the meeting rooms in the same hotel. Okay. All right. Merdul Bhargava saying, does CPA Canada grant study permit? The study permit or any other kind of permit is always granted by the Canadian government, right? So you need to apply for your application. You need to submit your application to the CIC, the Canadian Immigration Department. Okay. All right. So yeah, some people are expecting a free consultation, although we do provide free assessment, right? So yeah, I think this is something that we can address when we meet. All right. Thank you, Homa, for your appreciation. Suhail Sultan is asking, HR professionals are accepted in express or provincial nomination program. They can be accepted in both, basically. So when you are accepted in express entry is not a program itself. If you are in express entry, then a province can also access your profile, and same is the case with the federal government. So make your profile, and then it will be available for selection by the provincial governments and by the provinces as well. Okay. Ahmad Usman is saying that his wife has an MPhil mathematics with 7 years teaching experience, and IELTS is 6.5, and he has given a breakdown of IELTS as well. But I think there's 4.5 somewhere, right? EC has been done, and husband doesn't have enough education. So the only thing that is precluding you from making an express entry profile is your IELTS score. One of the component has 4.5, which is below the threshold, below the benchmark. So 4.5, you need to improve it, and then only you can proceed further. Okay, so let's see if we can answer a few more questions, and then we'll be making arrangements for our flight to Dubai very soon. Let's see, I have Rahul Kumar saying that he is from Pakistan. He has worked as credit analyst in MCB Bank for 4.5 years and working in FBR for the last 5 years. He's looking for overseas opportunity. So if by overseas opportunity you mean a job offer, we don't arrange those. But if you're asking about immigration, you can complete our assessment form, and we can make an eligibility assessment and let you know. Okay. Nafis Khan is saying that if he applies for Canadian immigration with our consultancy for express entry or other nominee programs, how much time would it take for all the process? My profile is eligible as per your team. So the processing time, there are 2 steps involved. One is the lead time, which is when you are waiting for an invitation. When you create your profile, you are now available for selection by the federal government and the provincial government. And how much time would it take for you to get an invitation, and from which province? No one can predict that. So that is something that you need to take into account. The time that the Canadian government would take after the invitation and you submit your application can be determined based on the backlog. And it is, according to the Canadian government, the target is to complete application within 6 months' time. They have taken longer in past because of the pandemic situation. But now they are expediting, so they may go back to the previous processing standard, which was 6 months. But obviously, it will vary from case to case, because the invitation from a province may take longer for someone, or maybe very quick for someone. So add that time to the rest of the time, the post ITA time, as we call it, and you'll get your actual processing time applicable to you. Someone is asking how you proceed further with the case. If initial assessment comes positive, is there 100% success guarantee? So if your initial assessment is positive, I would recommend that you check your own assessment as well. So don't trust blindly on any consultant or anyone offering you assistance. So obviously, if someone says you do qualify, you figure that out on your own too. Once you are yourself satisfied, you understand that yes, you do meet the criteria, you can arrange a consultation with us. 100% success? Not at all. No one should give you guarantee. If someone says that word, 100% success guarantee, you should turn around and don't speak to them, because consultants are nowhere in a position to offer you any success. They work with you to make sure that you don't make any mistakes, your forms are submitted correctly, you have chosen the right category, you have chosen the right job description and everything. But you cannot expect, and you should not expect, that a consultant can get you a visa from his own office. It is the visa officer, right? So we have to be very careful there. Okay, Nazir Abbas is asking, what dates are we visiting Islamabad? So this is the link, amirsmile.com/events. You can select Islamabad option and you can see the available slots. Okay. Let's see if we can address a couple of more questions and then we'll say goodbye to you. Okay. Wow. I think I may not be able to answer all the questions given the short time we have. We have to make arrangement for our travel as well. Okay, so there is another question. Thanks for your comments. I need to know, can any student apply for study permit based upon the study appendix issued by the CPA Canada? Oh, okay. So if you're asking about the reason that you're going to be quoting to the visa officer that you wish to perhaps come and study in Canada, this document could be used and you can deal with the embassy. Okay. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome, Nafis. Thank you, Tanvir. Yes, thanks for the appreciation. We're looking forward to meeting with you in Dubai. Okay. So I think we have answered all the questions. So to conclude, we are looking forward to being in Dubai, Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad very soon in the month of March. And you can view our schedule on our website, amirsmile.com/events. If you're contacting us for the first time, you should go for a free assessment form first rather than booking a consultation. Because what if you don't qualify and you book a consultation? It would not yield any result. So it's a good idea that you complete our free assessment form on our website, amirsmile.com. Get to know your eligibility, and if you're eligible, then if you are interested in meeting with us, that would be a good idea. But if you are someone who has already been assessed and you now want to meet with us as well, either online or in person when we are in your town, that would be great. All right, and let's see if I've covered everything here. Okay, I think I'm tempted. It is tempting to answer a few more questions. Huma is saying she's in Karachi. When you will come to Karachi? Okay, so we'll be in Karachi in the second week of March. So hopefully we see you. All right. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining us today, and feel free to get in touch with us. If you have any questions, you can email us at info@amirsmile.com or complete our assessment form as I requested earlier, or meet with us in Dubai, Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad. All right. Thank you.